All right, welcome back to another game of Precision Baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator of this game. And in this game, we're going to finish up our three-game series with the 2023 Dodgers at the Padres. So game one went to LA 11-3. Game two went to LA 8-3. And then we'll see what happens in game four. So far, LA has won 5 out of 5 games. So they are undefeated against the Padres. Let me go ahead and introduce a few things I've been working on for the game. A couple things, I guess. The first one is a strategy, some strategy charts. So I've had questions about adding bunt hits and bunts and sacrifices and things like that into the game. So I've gone ahead and done that here. So we have a bunt hit chart. We have a sac bunt, squeeze bunts, and hit and runs. So basically you would just call out, I'm going to bunt, and then you would skip all of the stuff over here with the cards, and then you would just roll the three D10 dice. So probably red, white, and blue for you, but whatever they are. And then you just check the chart. But you can see here, most of these results are going to be either the batter gets a bunt hit, and this is based off of the actual percentages from 2023 about bunt hits. So, or at least bunts that go for hits. They weren't necessarily intended always to be like a bunt hit. Sometimes it's a sac bunt that goes for a hit or something like that, but it's in the neighborhood of 31%. So 1 to 315 is going to be a bunt that goes for a hit. All the runners advance. And then there's a bunch of like sort of sacrifices. It kind of works as a sacrifice. So the play is made at first base and everybody advances. There's some errors, and then there's an option for the bunt to go foul. But once it goes foul, you can't attempt the bunt again. Now you have to hit away. So same thing with the sacrifices. There are a few errors on here, but different types of situations. There's a couple of double plays and things like that. But you can see some of these errors are very small. It's 1 or 2 chances out of 1,000. So they're pretty, the error chances on there are pretty small. But a lot of these are just going to be, from 1 to 900 is going to be a good sacrifice, basically 1 to 90% chance of a good sacrifice. And then you got kind of your strange, you can foul out to the first baseman, that type of thing. So there's definitely options here for different types of strategies. Hit and run, basically the same thing. I'm going to hit and run with this batter, and then you roll and you get a hit and run opportunity. A lot of these, like 30% of them are they're going to be fly balls to the outfield, and that's how that'll work. So that is there if you want to use it. And I've been working on these for a few days, thinking about them for a really long time. And what I'm including into the game, it's a way to get some other different types of plays into the game, like wild pitches and pass balls, because once I did the splits on the cards, I lost the wild pitches because those are not done as splits. So hit by pitches, strikeouts, walks, but not wild pitches or pass balls or balks. So how can I incorporate those into the game? I want to be able to have those in the game. So, and also I wanted to include not only rare plays, but just kind of rare, unusual, less common. All of those things are going to be found on these charts. It's quite a few pages here. You could see, it's quite a few pages here, and really the ground balls are the majority. But you can see here, all these are just one roll out of 1,000 bounced off the plate. So like this is a ground ball bounced off the plate. Catcher steps into fair territory, bare hands the ball, makes a good throw to first for the out. All forced runners are going to advance. So that's not a common play. It's not a rare play, but you don't see it very much where that happens. Big hop deep to the shortstop's glove side from the outfield grass. He spins and throws to first. Again, Not a rare play, but not a common play. This one, up the middle off the pitcher's glove, the shortstop adjusts to his right. He gloves the ball, flips it behind his back to the second baseman. And if there's a runner, then they turn the double play with a flip behind the back. Very, very rare. Otherwise, the guy that he flips to takes the ball and throws it to first for the out. So you occasionally see this. You see this on like the greatest plays in the history of baseball kind of stuff. So there are ground balls. You can see that there's a lot of ground ball ones because there's so many things that can happen. So many players who are available on a ground ball. There's also fly balls that you can look at. Popped up third base side of the infield. Third baseman's after at full speed. He reaches up for the catch and crashes into the tarp, and he has it for the out. Flared to left, the left fielder coming in, shortstop going out. At the very last second, the shortstop reaches out with his bare hand, and he's got it for the out. So there's some definitely some very rare plays as you get here. And got some. I think I did the. I edited that, so this is sort of an older copy, I guess. Flare to center field, center fielder coming in hard. He dives head first. He has it. So that is fly balls. Then we have line drives. Low liner to center field. The center fielder comes in hard, gets the ball before it hits the ground. The ball pops out of his glove, but then the center fielder catches it with his bare hand before he hits the ground. So he makes the catch, but it's quite a catch. There's some in here where they're trapped, where they trap the ball, so that's going to be a single. Ball ricochets off the pitcher's leg to the third baseman at first for the out. So there's lots of different color plays in here. There's some for strikeouts as well. It's not like this one is just a plain old strikeout. He loses his bat into the dugout. That's not going to change the play, but it's just kind of just something you see every once in a while. He swings at a changeup and he's way out front and he loses the bat. This one, he doesn't like strike three, but then he winds up just going back to the dugout. He doesn't get thrown out of the game or anything. There's some on appeal. So he checks his swing. It hits his jersey, but the appeal says that he swung, so it's a strikeout. Foul tip. Catcher can't hold it, so that becomes a foul ball. So there's some different things that can change from a strikeout to something else. You have strikeouts in the dirt, and the throw is not in time, so the batter's safe at first, so it's a strikeout with a batter advancing to first base. This one he does throw down in time, and so it's a strikeout with a 2-3 put out. So there's some different things here with the strikeouts. And then the last one that I added was the walks. So in the walk section, that's where we're going to add in wild pitches, pass balls. There's some pickoffs, different types of pickoff plays here, rundowns and things like that. So the reason I didn't put that in the hit by pitch is because sometimes you can see here, like with Mookie Betts, he has a 625 to 633. That's his range for hit by pitch. It's very small. And when I was going, just kind of flipping through everybody's cards, there was maybe 1 out of 10 that there would be a 3 of a kind that you would even be able to hit. And that's the problem, is the range of the hit by pitch is so small. It, to me, feels like a really good entry point for some of these wild pitches and things like that. But because the range is so small, you like he's never going to have a 3 of a kind because he's in the 700s. 738 to 753 means he'll never have 777. So to me, his walk range is 575 to 737. So you'll have a chance at 666 at least within his walk range. Same thing here. You'll have a chance at 555 within his walk range to be able to enter into those plays. So I just wanted to make sure that there were more, that there were actually opportunities with every at bat to get into these plays. It's only a 1 out of 10. There's only 10 chances on every roll to get into these highlight plays. And then some of these highlight plays are 1 out of 1,000. So it's a 10 in 1,000 chance to get into the plays, and then it's a 1 in 1,000 chance out of that 10 to be able to get into that place. So some of these plays are truly going to be very rare, and I made sure that those super rare plays that you've seen like twice in history, that those really, they only have 1 out of whatever that is, 10,000 chances to be able to happen. So it's not going to be very common. You'd have to play the game a lot probably and get very lucky to see one of them. But you can read through them. There's lots of you'll look at them, you'll say kind of, it's common. It's not uncommon. And that is true. I'm not saying that these are rare plays. I'm just saying these are the things that if you were putting together the highlight package to show a game, highlights like on SportsCenter back in the day, or if you're just looking at MLB.com and you watch the highlights every day, these are the types of plays that you're going to see in there. And some of them are very rare and you makes your jaw drop, and some of them are pretty common, but not so common that they should wind up on a player's card, at a 10% clip for every at bat. So we have some breaking ball spiked in the dirt. That's a wild pitch. Runners advance 1 base. So you got wild pitches in here. This is a pass ball that goes fastball in the outside corner. It goes off the catcher's mitt to the backstop. And if there are runners on base, then it's a pass ball. Another pass ball here. Opportunity. Breaking ball low and in. The batter tries to stop his swing. There's an appeal, and then it's no swing. And so that results in a walk. And then this one, on the appeal, there's a strikeout. Pitches in the zone, but the umpire calls ball 4, so a miss, right? That's going to be a walk. Loses his balance, that's a balk. If there are runners on base, then it's a balk. There's another balk in here somewhere, I think. There was one in here. Oh yeah. If there's a runner on base, then the lead base runner takes off too early to steal. It disorients the pitcher and it causes a balk, so all the runners move up a base. If there's a runner on first base, so there's a 2-1 pitch, and if there's a runner on first, there's a pickoff attempt by the catcher to the first baseman, so a catcher throwing it down to first, and then you'll have to roll the 3d10s again. If it's a 1 to 990, then the runner is safe. So there's basically a 1% chance that he gets picked off by the catcher. This one is, that's for catcher to second. For this one, it's a 10% chance that he gets picked off first base. So you see that a little bit more often. This one is a pickoff attempt at second base where they get him into a rundown. There's a chance to throw away the ball past the second baseman, and the base runner is going to score on an E1. So there's just some different rare types of plays that happen with the walks. So maybe we'll get a chance to see that in this game. That was kind of a long meandering way, but I just wanted to get a sense of those plays. Excuse me, they'll be included as part of the game, and there are over 200 kind of highlight plays, and then within those plays, some of them require an extra roll. So just to let you know, it's not every single one that's like that, but most of them are just get the roll, look at the play, do the play, and move on. So hopefully that adds some color and a little bit of extra flavor to the game without requiring a lot more of you as a gamer, because I didn't really want to put a whole lot more load on you as a gamer. There's already a lot of things to keep track of. But I did want to make sure I get some of those plays in, because people have asked, where are the wild pitches, where are the balks, where are the where are things like hit and run or strategies to do. I'm also going to do defensive strategies. So corners in, guard the bunts, guard the lines, infield in. I don't know about infield double play depth, but most of the time, infield regular is going to be your double play depth. And maybe even infield back if you want to play 2 outs in the infield back. So just thinking about some of the different defensive alignments that you'll do. I'm not going to do the shift because it's not applicable anymore. You can't do the shift. So, all right. So that was a pretty good introduction. And I wanted to get that out of the way first because it might come up in the game. I didn't want to spring it on you or stop the game, really. So let's go ahead and get into this one. This one's going to be LA at San Diego. This is played May 7th, 2023. Leading off for LA is Mookie Betts. Batting second is Freddie Freeman. The third place hitter is Will Smith. The cleanup man is Max Muncy. Hitting fifth is Jason Hayward. Hitting sixth is James Outman. Seventh is Miguel Vargas playing second. David Peralta gets a start in left. He's hitting eighth. And Chris Taylor gets a start at short. And he is the 9-hole hitter. Pitching for the Dodgers is Julio Urias, left-handed pitcher for LA. He did not have a great season. He's about a 475 FIP total. And we'll see how he does in this one. This was the one game that we played in Los Angeles where the Padres had a chance. So we'll see if that happens here as well. For the Padres, it's going to be Tatis Jr. leading off. Machado is hitting second. Soto is hitting third. Xander Bogaerts is the shortstop. He's batting cleanup. Nelson Cruz slides into the DH spot. He's hitting fifth. Jake Cronenworth is the first baseman. Ha-Seong Kim is at second. Austin Nola gets a start at catcher. He's batting ninth. And then I'm going to put Grisham in center field. For some reason, I don't have Adam Engel's card, and I'm not sure if he just didn't play enough innings or what the deal was. Maybe I just didn't cut it out. But I don't have his card, so I'm going to play Trent Grisham in center field, and he'll be batting ninth. On the bump for the Padres is going to be Joe Musgrove. He's got a stamina of 23. Really good against lefties, decent enough against righties, and he had about about 3.5 FIP or so. Really good against left-handers though, and we'll see how this one goes. So there are several left-handers in the lineup for the Dodgers. So we have Freeman, Muncy, Hayward, Outman, and Peralta. Those are all left-handed bats. So hopefully Musgrove will have a good game. I think he got touched up a little bit in the first time out. And let's see how this one goes. For the Dodgers, standing in first is Mookie Betts. These are two right-handed. So right-handed pitcher Musgrove, left-handed pitcher Urias. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that for our advantage. Who has the advantage in the at-bat. This is a line drive from Mookie Betts. And that liner is going to go to left field, and that is caught in left for out number one as Soto takes care of that one. And that will be out number one, and we're off and going in this one. One down with Freddie Freeman standing in. Freeman, a left-handed stick. This comes off the pitcher card. 6-13 against a lefty is going to be a strikeout. Good job by Musgrove. I told you he's tougher against left-hander bats. So expect the lefties in the lineup to have a little bit more difficult time in this one. This will be a hit off of the pitcher card. So an 8-18 off a righty is going to be a 2-bagger as Will Smith goes the other way. He grounds this one into the right field corner. Let's see if there's an error on the play. 101, that's a potential error. The right fielder is Tatis. And he will make the play, dig it out, and get it into second. Too late for Will Smith, who slides in safely. So runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And this will be a 560 to a lefty is going to be a strikeout. So just Joe Musgrove, a couple of strikeouts in the inning. The Dodgers strand a runner at second base, and we head to the bottom of the first with no score. Tatis Jr. up first against Urias. This will be a 425 against a lefty, is a line drive. And that goes to third base. Maybe a tough chance here. The third baseman is going to be Max Muncy. He's a -6. And a 0.24, that's actually going to be a good play by him as he catches a low liner, L5 on the putout. Tatis hits it hard, but he hits it right to Muncy, and that'll be out number 1. One down with Manny Machado coming to the plate. Manny ball is, so this comes off the pitcher card. So 0.21 is going to be a grounder. That's a ground ball to first base. Freddie Freeman, he's a +1, and it is a 0.32, just avoids the error. 1 to 30 is an error. So we're going to go 3, let's say 3 unassisted on the putout as he takes it to the bag himself, and that will be out number 2. Juan Soto coming up to the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup. This one's going to go to Soto. So 184, just at the top of his ground ball range. And this will be a grounder to second base. 0.74, a lot of rolls. They're very low here for the Dodgers. So a -1. 0.74 is going to be an error on a -1 fielder. So that is Vargas, Miguel Vargas, who makes the E4. And that's going to put Juan Soto at first base with 2 outs, and Xander Bogaerts coming to the plate. Let's see if that comes back to bite the Dodgers. 792 will be off of the pitcher card. It's going to be some sort of hit, and that'll be a base knock. That single goes to, it's a ground ball to left field, so we don't have to worry about that. Ground ball to left. Is there an error? No error on the play. So ground ball to left field. Soto is a -3 runner, and that means he is not going to advance to third. So we have runners at first and second with 2 outs, and Nelson Cruz to the plate. Nelson Cruz, big bopper from the right side. Let's see if he can do some damage here. 67 is going to be a grounder. That goes to the shortstop, and another low number. Shortstop is a 0. So 0.66 is going to be a good play made by the shortstop. We got runners at first and second though. So let's see what happens on the play. 148. Runners at first and second. 148. A 6-3 put out. And that's going to end the inning. So good throw there by Chris Taylor. And that'll be out number 3. So the Padres strand 2 in the top half, or the bottom half of the first. After 1, we're tied at 0, and we go to Jason Hayward. He's DHing for LA in this game. This will be a ground ball. 967. That's going to be a grounder to third. No problem there by the third baseman. That's Machado. Make a good throw to first, and that's going to be out number 1 in the second inning. Brings up James Outman. Outman just average against right-handed pitching. He is a 1 to 4 to get control. So it's off the pitcher card. 908 is going to be a hit. A 618 off a righty is a double. This time the double will be a blooper down the right field line. Nobody's going to get there, and he's going to wind up at second base. Let's see if there's an error out there in right field. Tatis, a good fielder. 141 is not going to be an error. So he's going to be at second base with one out, and Miguel Vargas to the plate. Second hit, second double for the Dodgers. A 683 is a walk. So we're going to have runners at first and second with one out. Musgrove in a little bit of hot water here. He's facing David Peralta, the lefty. A 311 is going to be a fly ball. That's a fly ball out to left. The catch is made in left by Juan Soto. Let's see if there's any runner advancement here. Basically checking how deep that ball is. Left field, we got runners at first and second. 427 is here, and no advancement by any of the players or the runners, base runners. So that's going to bring up Chris Taylor. A 559 to a right-hander is going to be a strikeout, as Joe Musgrove gets the big strikeout to end the inning. He strands two more Dodgers on the bases, and that's going to be the end of the second inning. We're still tied at 0. LA threatened, but couldn't get anyone in. And it's going to be Cronenworth, Kim, and Nola for the Padres. 348 against the lefty is a fly ball. That's a fly ball out to center field. Chance for an error here. The center fielder is James Outman. Outman is a +1. So no chance for an error there as he makes the catch in center field for out number 1. Urias faces off against Ha-Seong Kim. Kim is a right-handed second baseman, playing second base in this one. This will be his first at-bat of the day. Kim, this comes off of his card. 246 is a fly ball. That die is a 4. 643, that's going to be a fly ball to center field. And the catch is made in center field by Outman. 2 plays in the field, 2 catches by the center fielder, and Austin Nola stands in on the right side. He is the catcher in this one. 143 is a ground ball. That's a grounder to third base. No problem there by the third baseman, Muncy, who's going to make the throw to first. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Dodgers. So we will leave Urias there for the 1-2-3 inning. So we don't move his stamina whenever there's a 1-2-3 inning and it doesn't end in a strikeout. If it was a strikeout, we'd have given him, like, he could have gone up with his stamina. Because you get a -1 for the batter, +1 for the 1-2-3 inning, +1 for the strikeout. So it is possible for their stamina to go up, but more than likely it's going to go down or not move at all. Back to the top of the order with the leadoff man Betts. He lined out to left field in his first at-bat. He's facing off against Joe Musgrove. And 849 off of Betts' card is a home run chance here. That is crushed to deep left center field. And Mookie Betts goes bombs in his second at-bat as he gets hold of a hanger out over the middle of the plate. And that is going to be a 1-0 lead for LA. Brings up Freddie Freeman to the plate. Freeman struck out in his first at-bat. He's going to get control of this at-bat. 289 is a fly ball. It's going to be a pop-up to first base. No problem for the first baseman, Cronenworth. Cronenworth will put it away for out number 1. So 1 down and 1 already in for the Dodgers. Dodgers lead 1-0 over San Diego. It's Will Smith coming to the plate. Smith doubled in his first at-bat. This time he's going to get another hit off the pitcher card. It is a 736 against a right-hander. That's another double. So 2 doubles in the game as he crushes one into right center field. The player out there is going to be the center fielder who gets it. That's Trent Grisham. Grisham is a +3. Will Smith is a 1, so not gonna try for 3 here. But let's see if there's an error on the play. 860, nope. So 2 doubles in the game for Will Smith, and he's in scoring position with 1 out and 1 already in for the Dodgers. Max Muncy to the plate, struck out in his first at bat. This time he will 453 against a righty is another strikeout. So 2 down in the inning, no need to move him with the strikeouts. And Jason Hayward comes up. Hayward also a left-handed bat. A 265 is going to be a fly ball to third base. This little pop up to third. No problem there on the pop to third base. And the P5 is going to end the inning. The Dodgers strand a man in scoring position, but they did get 1 in on the Mookie Betts solo home run to left. A no-doubter to left field. And they lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. For the Padres, it'll be Grisham, and then back to the order with Tatis and Machado. All right, Grisham against lefties. This is going to be a 958. That comes off of Urias' card. And the hit will be a 420. 420 is going to be a base hit for Trent Grisham. And let's see about that one. That's a single, ground ball single up the middle. And that's good for a base hit into center field. Trent Grisham standing at first base. As far as stealing is concerned, Will Smith throws at a +2. Urias holds at a 1. So that's a +3. So 2 minus 3 is going to be a -1. So you're going to need to be at least a 3 on your stealing to make hay against these guys. Really, they don't have anybody who's, I feel personally comfortable with doing a lot of stealing against, at least against Julio Urias. So we have a runner at first base. It is Grisham. Actually, Tatis maybe. Maybe Tatis is the only one. So we are looking at Tatis. He lined out to third in his first at-bat. Against lefties, he's going to have control of this at-bat. 694 off a lefty is going to be a walk. So good job by Tatis to work the walk. And that will put runners at first and second with nobody out. So a little bit of a threat here brewing. Manny Machado to the plate. Machado, this is going to be control off his his card. 008 is a ground ball. That grounder goes to first base. First baseman is Freddie Freeman. He's got it. Let's see what happens on the play. So a grounder to first, runners at first and second. We have a 430, so that's here. and this says 3-6 grounded into double play question mark. So that means that there's a 3-6 put out for the fielder's choice, and then we need to check the grounded into double play. That's what the question mark means. Otherwise, if there's no question mark, it's just a straight up double play. So 3-6, and then we need to check the shortstop's double play number and see if we can turn that double play. So we're going to call this guy out on the fielder's choice. That'll be out number 1. And let's check the grounded into double play for Manny Machado. That's a -2. When we check our chart here, we check our grounded into double play chart. He's a -2, so he's all the way over here. That means he doesn't ground into many double plays. So we'll see 0.49. That was a 0. 0.49 is red. Red is fielder's choice. So they do not double up Manny. And he'll be on with a 3-6 fielder's choice. The runner moves to third. And we have runners at the corners with only 1 out. Brings up Juan Soto to the plate. Soto, this is a 241 off of Urias' card. 241 is going to be a fly ball. That goes to left field. 135, who's a left fielder? Peralta's a +1, so that's going to be a catch in left. So we'll go F7 on the putout, and then we need to check our runner advancement sheet. So we have runners at the corners. The roll is an 867, and the play is to left field. So 867 to left field with runners at the corners. You can see that that's green. Hopefully you can see that that's green. Sorry. 867, first and third, we're in the green. Green means that the lead runner must go. So they're going to send the runner from third. The runner at third is Grisham. Grisham runs at a +2. The left fielder's arm, Peralta, is a 0, so that's going to be on him to have to throw out the runner. If the running speed is greater than the arm, then we use the outfield arm chart. So he throws it a 0. He's going to be in this column here. 101 to 210. And he'll get his man at the plate. It is a 953 and sliding in safely with a sacrifice fly. Well, I guess the sac fly goes to Bogarts. Sliding in safely here is Grisham. And just like that, the score is tied at 1. So good job by San Diego manufacturing some runs. And Manny Machado is at first, and Xander Bogaerts stands in. Bogaerts singled in his first at bat. A 971, he's going to have another hit. Let's see what happens. A 436 off of a lefty is going to be a single. That is a base hit, a line drive to right center field. And it's the center fielder that picks it up. Let's see, Machado is a -1. So that means he so we have our chart here. We got Manny Machado, he runs at a -1. We have a hit to right center field. So we're looking at this column here. So we get a little question mark there. That means we can advance or not. Outman is a +1 with his range plus his arm. Manny runs at a -1. I think we're just going to keep him there for now. So he'll stop at second base. He's probably in scoring position at this point. Brings up Nelson Cruz. You don't want to take the bat out of Cruz's hands with 2 on. That's what I'm thinking. Cruz is just a 1 to 5 to control the bat, but he does control the at bat. 509 though is not going to matter as he strikes out to end the inning. So Urias gets Cruz swinging, and that'll be out number 3. San Diego plates 1. They strand 2. Leave that there. And we have a 1-1 ball game as we go to the top of the 4th inning. So you can see things slow down just a little bit when you get runners on base, especially the more runners you get, the more decisions you have to make. Lots of decisions to be made in this game, so if you like that sort of thing, that's good. There's also some automated kind of things as well to just kind of speed things up and help things along. James Outman is up. He doubled in his first at bat. Against a righty, he is completely average. He's a 1 to 4 to control the at bat. So this comes off the pitcher card. 357 against a lefty is a line drive. A 090, that's going to be a line drive to left field. Potential error here. The left fielder is Soto, who's a 0. We have a 013. 1 to 30 is an error, so that's going to be an error on the left fielder Soto. As he gets there, but he can't squeeze it for the out. And that puts a runner at first base with nobody out. Dodgers and Padres tied at 1. The series is 2-0 LA over San Diego, so San Diego trying to squeeze out at least one victory in this series. It's Vargas to the plate. Vargas walked in his first at bat. A 532 against a righty is going to be a strikeout, so Joe Musgrove comes back strong with a strikeout. Brings up David Peralta. Does Outman steal very much? He does steal quite a bit against a right-hander. Let's go ahead and try a steal with Outman. So Musgrove is a +1, and Nola is a -2 on his throwing. So that's a -1 total. So Outman stealing is a 1. So his 1 becomes a +2, which is pretty good for stealing second base. And so he's going to take a chance here. We have 1 to 3 stealing second base. It's a 626. That's here in the meaty middle, and he is going to be in there safely as he steals second base. So Outman gets himself into scoring position with 1 out. And that's going to bring up David Peralta. Sorry, Peralta to the plate. A 16, that comes off Musgrove's card. 860 against a lefty is going to be a hit. A 602 will be a single. Peralta, not a lot of power. That's going to be a base hit. That will be a blooper down the left field line. And Outman runs at a 3, so that's a question mark for him to score. Left fielder is Juan Soto. He's a -7 to his +3, so it's going to be on Soto to throw him out at the plate. We're going to go ahead and send the runner home. LA being aggressive, trying to take the lead. We're looking on the outfield arm chart. Soto is a +1, I believe. Yeah, his arm is a +1, so we're going to see. We're going to have a challenge at the plate. 211 to 360. He's out at the plate. Otherwise, he'll be safe. It is a 068, and he is going to slide in safely at the plate. So James Outman scores on a bloop single to left. And that's going to put LA on the board. Second hit of the... Oh, why am I giving that to him? That's not it. Here. And... this guy's coming in. That's not right. Okay. Sorry about that. Looking on the wrong one. So it's going to be a single with an RBI for David Peralta. Coming in to score is James Outman. And David Peralta puts LA in the lead 2-1 in the top of the fourth. One down, runner on first. Chris Taylor to the plate. Chris Taylor, 726 is going to be a hit by pitch. As Musgrove losing it a little bit here in the fourth. And let's see if he can get himself out. He's put himself in a tough position here against Betts. This off Betts card. 585 against a righty is a walk. Sorry, not a strikeout, but a walk. So back-to-back walks for the Dodgers. And that puts him here. We're going to have a mound visit. Go out and try to settle down Musgrave. You can see you get a +1 for a mound visit. So I'm going to bump him back up here. Let's see if that can help him later in the game. He's got bases loaded and one out. Freddie Freeman to the plate. And 843 is a total backfire, as that's going to come off of the... that's going to come off of the batter card. I'm sorry, it's off the pitcher card. A 999 off of the batter card is going to be a home run. As Freddie Freeman, or at least a home run chance. Let's see. A 5 is going to be to straightaway center, and Freddie Freeman with a grand slam might have put this one out of reach. 2, 3, 4. So everybody comes in. And that's going to be a 5-run fourth inning. It's now 6-1. And Joe Musgrove not doing too well. Let's see if we can try to get him through this inning. He's got one out. He's facing Will Smith. Will Smith will have control of this. 856 is going to be a single. And that single is a line drive to left center field. It's picked up by the left fielder Soto. Will Smith now 3 for 3. He runs at a -1. Soto is a -7, so that would be on Soto to try to throw him out. Let's see if we can stretch it into a double. 211 to 360 gets him at second base, otherwise he's safe. And 517, he's going to be in there safely as Will Smith hits a sharp liner into the left center field gap. He's going to turn that into a hustle double. And he's got 3 doubles for the day. And that's going to be the end of the line for Joe Musgrove. So let's go ahead and get a new pitcher in for the Padres. All right, the new pitcher is going to be Pedro Avila. I don't know if it's Avila or not. We'll go with that because it maybe rolls off the tongue better. He inherits a runner at second base, Will Smith, with his 3rd double of the day. And he replaces Joe Musgrove, 3 1/3, 7 hits. So far, he's on the hook for 6 runs. Only 5 of those are earned. And he's got one more out there that could be attributed to him. Let's see if Avila can get off out of the inning. He's got 1 out, runner at second base. And The batter is Max Muncy. And 813, that's going to come off of the pitcher card. Left-hander 813 is going to be a walk. Maybe not the worst thing in the world. So he starts at 16. Maybe not the worst thing in the world as it sets up a double play, but that means they have to get the double play. This comes off Hayward's card. 387 against a righty is a fly ball. And that fly ball goes to third base, a little pop up to third, and no problem there. For the third baseman, that's Manny Machado who makes the catch. And short left field. So that will be out number 2. No runner movement on a pop-up. That'll bring up Outman. Avila 1 out away from getting out of this mess. 870 for Outman against a righty is going to be a home run possibility. It's a 7 though. Oh, and that's deep to right field and over the right fielder's head into the stands, and that is a 3-run jack. As Outman, quite good against right-handers, as 845 was his home run chance there. So these guys come in on the home run. That's going to close the door on Joe Musgrove. As one more gets attributed, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs, 6 earned. And at this point, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 1. As the Dodgers come out in the 4th swinging. And they are trying to put this one away. 3-run home run by James Outman. He's 2 for 3. I don't know what that was. Vargas is going to have control of this at bat. A 200 will be a fly ball. Another pop up to third. Manny ball is a 3 on his error, so there's no error on the play, and he'll put that one away. 4 out number 3. Couple pop-ups to third, but not before the Dodgers score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 runs. In the top of the 4th, a 3-run home run from James Outman, which followed a grand slam by Freddie Freeman. And this one is officially out of hand. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Let's see if the Padres can scrap back into this one. They do have a chance against Urias, but it's going to be a tough uphill climb, especially against this Dodger offense. Cronenworth will be up first. He had a fly ball to center field in his first at-bat. He will have control. 536 against the lefty is going to be a strikeout, so Urias gets the K. That's back-to-back Ks going back to the last inning. And that is out number 1 for Urias. The Dodgers have completely and totally dominated the Padres in this series. Based off these games, I don't know how they didn't win the World Series. But they got taken out by the scrappy Arizona Diamondbacks, I believe, in the playoffs. Ha-Sung Kim is up to the plate. Kim also a flyout victim in his first at-bat. He has a 0.70. That'll be a ground ball against the lefty. And that grounder goes to the shortstop. 0.53. Shortstop is a 0. That's going to be a good play made there by Chris Taylor at short as he gets the throw to first. That's out number 2. Brings up Austin Nola, the catcher. Right-hander for the Padres. Let's Comes off of Nola's card. 819 against the lefty is a hit by pitch. He has one opportunity to get hit by a pitch against the lefty, and that's the one. So, Julio Urias comes down and in with a slider and catches him on the foot. That's going to put one on in front of Trent Grisham. Grisham with a single and a run scored in his first at bat. He's a left-handed batter, and this will be off Urias's card. That's a ground ball, and that's a grounder to third base. No problem at third base for Max Muncy with the catch. So let's see. We have a grounder to third, runner at first. 036 is here, runner at first, 5-3 put out. And that will be all she wrote for the Padres in the fourth as they strand one. And it is 9-1 LA as we head to the top of the fifth inning. Pedro Avila in the game. He'll face off against Peralta, Taylor, and back to the top with Mookie Betts. Peralta is 1 for 2. He had an RBI single. Came home on the Freddie Freeman RBI in the last at-bat. 756 against a right-hander will be a walk. So Peralta to first. He is not good at stealing base. Well, he's average at stealing bases, I guess. Did he steal much? We're probably not going to do that. Up 9-1. He didn't steal very much anyway. So we're going to leave him there. Chris Taylor against Avila. Almost a 3 of a kind there. So I'm waiting for the first one. You see a 3 of a kind, it should trigger something in your mind. So this is off of Avila's card, 545. Against a right-hander is going to be a strikeout. So first strikeout of the day for Pedro Avila. And that will bring up top of the order, which has done a lot of damage up here. Just a lot of damage. Mookie Betts to the plate. He's already got a solo home run. He's 1 for 2. He walked and scored in his last at-bat. This time he will have something big. 967. That comes off of his card. That's a home run chance. It's a 2. And that one is cranked out to left. Over the left fielder's head. He just stands and watches it go. And that is home run number 2 for Mookie Betts. That's going to be a 2-run job as he brings in David Peralta from first base. And it's now 11-1. And just getting worse. So Freddie Freeman stands in. He had a grand slam in his first at-bat, or his last at-bat. This time he will 319 against a righty. That's a fly ball. He doesn't get all of it. 544. It's a fly ball pulled out to right field. The right fielder Tatis is there. He's going to make the catch. I haven't called his name much in this one. That's out number 2. 2 down in the inning. 2 already in for the Dodgers. It's 11-1. And Will Smith to the plate. Smith has a string of 3 straight doubles. And let's see what he does here. This comes off his at-bat. 774 against a righty is going to be a single, so he breaks the spell. And it's an infield single on top of that. So he hits a little dribbler. And that's going to be a base knock. Will Smith now a 4-hit day, 4 for 4, 3 doubles and a single. He has a run scored. And that's going to bring up Max Muncy to the plate. 291 to Muncy. Is a fly ball. It's popped up to first. Yeah, popped up to first base. First baseman Cronenworth is there. No advancement on a pop-up, so we'll just say P3 and be done with that. And the Dodgers tack on 2 more with the Mookie Betts home run, and they lead this one 11-1 against San Diego. San Diego just saying, just get out of town, get away from here. Just keep killing them. And we'll have to check out. I think they went like 6-0 in these games anyway, but I don't know if it was quite by these scores. So we got Tatis Jr. coming up against Julio Urias. Urias starting the 5th inning for the Dodgers. Tatis 0 for 1 with a liner and a walk. In this at bat, a 576 for Urias is going to be a strikeout. That's out number 1. Urias has only given up 1, 2, 3 hits on the day, all singles. Manny Machado stands in. He is going to have control of this at bat. 765 against a lefty is a base hit. So Manny with a line drive to left center field. That's picked up by the left fielder, David Peralta. Peralta is a +5 between his range and his arm. Manny runs at a -1, so he's going to stay at first base. And the Padres have one on with Juan Soto coming to the plate. Soto with a sac fly. He's got the only run-driven M for San Diego. He's going to have control of this at-bat. 771 is a walk. So he draws a walk from Urias. Gonna have kind of a slow hook with Urias in this one, just because they have an 11-1 lead. Xander Bogaerts stands in. He's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. This will be a 202 off of his card. That's gonna be a fly ball. That goes to 877. What is that? That's a fly ball out to center field. No problem on the catch. So James Outman with the catch in center. That will be out number 2. Let's see if there's any runner advancement. Runners at first and second. Hit to center field, 441. Runners at first and second. That's in the red, so no runner advancement there. And that's going to bring up Nelson Cruz to the plate. Cruz is 0 for 2. Always a threat to hit a home run, but not as huge a threat in this one as he has been in the past. But he gets control of the at-bat here. 806 off of his card against a lefty is going to be a base hit. So we get a 2-out base hit from Nelson Cruz. That's a blooper to left center field. It's picked up by the left fielder. The left fielder is Peralta. He's a +5. Machado, left center field. So 1 to a -1. That's on us to try to make that happen. It's an arm of 0. Actually, it's we'll have to roll off of. We'll have to roll off of the base running. So Manny Machado is a -1 base runner. So we're here in this middle section. Let's see if we can score. A 166 is just outside the range. And they try to score on the left fielder Peralta, who throws a strike to the plate. So everybody moves up. He gets thrown out. 7-2. That's out number 3. So no RBI on the play. They try to send the runner home with 2 outs. He gets gunned down at the plate, and it's been that kind of day for San Diego. All right, we head to the top of the 6th inning. Pedro Avila still in the game. Maybe we can squeeze out one more inning. The Dodgers getting toward the middle bottom of their lineup. It'll be Hayward, Outman, and Vargas for the Dodgers. This is a 941. 941 against a right-hander will be a double for Jason Hayward. It's an 8, so that's a double line drive to right center field. That goes to the center fielder picking it up, Trent Grisham. Let's see if Grisham makes the error. He does not. And that will be a leadoff double for the Dodgers. Well, doubles abound in this one. James Outman has one of those doubles. Also a home run, a 3-run homer in his last at-bat. Quite a day for the Dodger offense as they lead 11-1 in the top of the 6th inning. Avila just trying to get through this one. It's even Steven here. So this is a 026 off of Avila's card. That'll be a ground ball. That goes to second base. 897 will be a good catch. And what happens on the play? We got a runner at second, 747. That's going to be a 4-3 put out with a runner advance. So get the out, but on the fielder's choice, the runner goes to third base. So Hayward 90 feet away from making this an even dozen. It is Miguel Vargas to the plate. Vargas is 0 for 2. He has a walk. So this is a 367 against a righty. That'll be a line drive. The liner goes to left field, 144. The left fielder is Soto, so he's going to make the play out in left. So we'll go L7 on the put out. Let's see if there's any advancement, how deep that line drive is. We got a runner at third, 770. Yes, here, 770. Where the runner at third is going to be a no-go. So a low liner caught in left field. No movement by the runner at third, which is Jason Hayward. And Avila trying to wiggle his way out of this one. It was a leadoff double from Hayward. He's now at third base. Peralta is 1 for 2. He has an RBI single and scored a couple runs. This one's off of Avila's card. 234 against the lefty is going to be a ground ball. That's a grounder to short. No problem at short, as the shortstop is going to make the play. It's a 264. 264 is a 6-3 putout. And that will end the inning with 2 outs, no run scores. So good job by Avila to get out of that, giving up no runs. So the Dodgers go down in the 6th. Avila provides a little bit of help going 2 2/3 innings. He'll be replaced the next inning. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 11-1 LA. Padres still time to mount a comeback here, but they've got to put some runs up on the board. Urias will face off against Cronenworth, Kim, and Nola. Cronenworth is going to hit a ground ball. That grounder goes to 883. That will be a ground ball to third base. The third baseman, no problem there for Max Muncy as he makes a good throw to first on a little candy hop, 2-hopper. Brings up Ha-Seong Kim. This comes off of Urias' card, so a 256 is going to be a fly ball as Kim lifts one to left field. 993. That's not a guarantee. The left fielder is Peralta. He's a +1. But he does make the play because he's such a good fielder out there. So he flags that one down and makes the play in left. Good job by Peralta. And that will be Austin Nola to the plate now, right-handed batter. He got hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. This will be off his card. 402 for Austin Nola against a lefty is a fly ball. This will be a pop-up to the catcher. 820 is going to be a good catch, and that will end the inning as the catcher steps just into fair territory. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Julio Urias, so we're not going to move him. He's working on a 6-inning, shutout through 6 innings. Let's go and get a new pitcher for the Padres. All right, the new pitcher is Nick Martinez. He replaces Pedro Avila. Goes 2 2/3 of an inning. 4 hits. Unfortunately, 2 of those hits were multi-run home runs. A 3-run bomb to Outman, 2-run shot to Mookie Betts. He gives up 4 runs. All earned, 2 walks and 1 strikeout. But he does provide them some innings. Nick Martinez can go 7 batters. Let's see if he can get through this game. He's facing off against Chris Taylor. This will be 8-17, and right off the bat, he gives up a hit. A 905 against a righty to Chris Taylor is going to be a launch as Chris Taylor gets under one. He lifts this one deep to left center field, and that is going to be a solo home run as Nick Martinez greeted very rudely, and that's an even dozen runs for Los Angeles. All right, 12-1 now, our score. Chris Taylor getting into the act. Back to the top with Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts and 887 against a right-hander. He controls this one, and Mookie Betts, if you can believe it, has a 3-home run game. Let's see if he gets robbed. That is not going to be robbed. That's down the left field line. It's a shot, and it goes over the wall for a solo home run. He's almost got a cycle of home runs. So I don't know how you do this, man. He's got 3 bombs. Not seen that before in the game with a player going yard 3 times, but he is 3 for 4, all home runs. He's got 4 RBIs. And that's going to bring up Freddie Freeman to the plate. Freeman against a righty is a +5. Against Nick Martinez specifically, he's going to be a 1-13 to control. 631 is going to be a walk. So Nick Martinez gives up back-to-back home runs and now a walk, and things are really going from bad to worse for the Padres. 12-1 our score. Will Smith stands in. Smith has been a hitting machine today. He's 4 for 4, 3 doubles and a single. And he will have control of this at bat. A 652 against a righty is going to be another walk. So back-to-back walks. And I hate to burn pitchers, but I'm going to do that. Let's get a new pitcher for the Padres. All right, this is one of those days you don't dream about. It's more of a nightmare. And no innings pitched, no outs recorded for Nick Martinez, who gives up 2 hits. He's on the hook for 2 runners, and he's already given up 2 runs. 2 walks, no strikeouts, just 4 batters faced. He'll be replaced by Luis Garcia, who's actually had some success against this lineup. He faces off against Max Muncy, not who you want to see with 2 on and nobody out. Muncy is going to be a even up with Luis Garcia, but it comes off his card. 148 against a righty is going to be a fly ball that goes out to center field. Golly, another high roll there. 978 to Grisham. Grisham is a -1. And a 978 is just inside the catch range. Oof. Goodness gracious. So we get a fly ball. That's going to be out number 1. Let's check our runner advancement. On a fly ball to center field, we have runners at first and second. 843. Runners at first and second. That's going to be my choice. So I'm just going to hold them there. We're already at a baker's dozen here. No need to press the envelope. So that's going to be out number 1. Brings up Jason Hayward. Hayward, a lefty bat, is going to be a 659 against a righty. And unfortunately, that is yet another walk for the Padres, as that will load the bases. And it brings up James Outman to the plate. Outman already with a 2-run home run, a 3-run homer. Although, you know, who doesn't have a home run in this game for the Dodgers? So this will be a 1-9 control for Garcia. 835. Doesn't matter. He's going to give up a hit to Outman. 725 against a righty is going to be, if you can believe it, a triple. So an 8 on a triple is a bad bounce off the wall in right center field. It's the center fielder who gets the ball. There's actually a chance for an inside the park home run here, but we're going to stop him at third. He runs at a +3, so he would definitely be able to match Grisham's +3. Man, this is just... I almost apologize for how bad this game is. Ooh. A 3-run triple. It's going to bring in all the runs. James Outman with 6 RBIs. He's got a double, a home run, a triple, and he is a single away from the cycle. We're only in the 7th inning. That's definitely going to put him here. So Miguel Vargas, 2 down, or 1 down. 5 runs already in. And Miguel Vargas to the plate. Vargas is 867. This is going to be, golly, another hit. 280. Why not? 280 against right-handed pitching is a base hit. It's going to be an RBI here. That base hit is a blooper to left center field. It is the center fielder picking it up. And 290, no error on the play, thankfully. But this will bring in the 2 runs, so he's on the hook for 4. All earned. Garcia's still in the game. We're just going to try to get Garcia through this one. So everything is coming off of Peralta's card. 209 against a righty is going to be a grounder. 966. Ground ball to third base. Third baseman is Machado. He'll make that play. Let's see if they can turn 2 and just get out of this. A 197 with a runner at first. That's a 5-4 put out. So they can't turn 2 on a slow roller. That'll be at least the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Chris Taylor. Taylor with a solo bomb in his last at-bat. He is 1 for 3. It's got a couple of runs scored. We don't need this. So a 538 against a righty is going to be a strikeout. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs come in the 7th. That's going to be 8, 16, 17 to 1. And that is a big ouchie. So we head to the bottom of the 7th. It's 17 to 1. Dodgers. Julio Urias still in the game. Not inclined to take him out. Trent Grisham to the plate. A better manager than me would make more substitutions here, but maybe we can do a few. Urias to the plate is going to control this at bat. A 730 against a lefty is a strikeout. Of course it is. As he is tough on lefties, tougher on righties. And that's going to bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Tatis 0 for 2. Does have a walk. This is going to go off of Urias' card, so that'll be a ground ball. The grounder goes to second base. No problem for the second baseman. Good throw to first for Vargas, and that'll be out number 2. Brings up Manny Machado. Manny ball, 1 for 3. A 299 will be a line drive that goes to right field. And the right fielder is Mookie Betts. He's going to make a good play on that line drive. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Julio Urias. Puts up another 0 against these Padres. And we head to the top of the 8th inning. Let's replace Luis Garcia and bring in Steven Wilson. Steven is my name. Wilson will come in, and he will face off against Betts, Freeman, and Smith. Actually, let's make a few substitutions here. Let me do that. All right, so we get a couple of substitutions in here. First, we're going to have Steven Wilson pitching, and he will come in for Luis Garcia. Garcia goes 1 inning, 1 disastrous inning. Gives up 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs. They were all earned. 3 walks. Just 1 strikeout. He faced 9, 10 batters. No wild pitches. But Steven Wilson comes in, right-handed pitcher. He's got a 4 stamina. He'll face off against Trace Thompson, who comes into the game for Mookie Betts. Betts 3 for 4 with 3 home runs. He had 4 RBIs and a walk, scored 4 runs. He deserves a little rest. And we're also going to substitute in Austin Barnes at catcher for Will Smith. Smith 4 for 4, 3 doubles, a single, and a walk. All right, Steven Wilson facing off. This will be an 851. 851 is a single, of course. So a single, that's a line drive to right center field, picked up by the center fielder, Grisham. No error on the play. And just like that, the offense is back and running even with the backups in. Brings up Freddie Freeman. Freeman with an 847, and they just keep rolling these high numbers. 847 is going to be another single. That is a line drive to right center field, picked up by the center fielder Grisham. We have a 0. We'll have him stop at second base. So back-to-back singles for the first 2 hitters in the lineup. Brings up Austin Barnes. Barnes playing catcher. This is off his card, a 086. Finally a small number. That's going to be a grounder. Ground ball to shortstop, 985. The shortstop is Bogarts, who's a +4. Oh, man. It just keeps getting worse. That's an E6. Ugh. When it rains, it pours, right? So that's an error on the play. Rare error from the shortstop, Xander Bogarts. It's now bases loaded, nobody out. Steven Wilson against Max Muncy. This is a 639. 639 against a righty is a walk. They just can't buy any luck today. Steven Wilson walks in a run, and that's an easy RBI for Max Muncy. And it brings up Jason Hayward to the plate. Hayward 1 for 4. This is a 035 against a righty. So that's a ground ball. It's a grounder to third. Picked up by Machado. With the bases loaded. 445. That is a 5-4-3 double play. And that'll be 2 outs in the inning at least. It is going to score the run from third. And at this point, it's just whatever. You're at 20 runs essentially. It's one of those games where you just get blown out. All right, this is 7. Oh, actually a double play goes here. So it's a 5. That'll come off of Outman's card. 754 for Outman is going to be a single as he just keeps hitting the ball. That single is a line drive to left field picked up by Soto. It's going to score the run here from third. And another RBI for Outman. Outman has 7 RBIs in the game. He is a double. Actually, he has hit for the cycle. Look at that. Home run, double, triple, single. James Outman. Career day. And that's going to bring up Miguel Vargas to the plate. Vargas 1 for 4. 894 is going to be a single as well. And that single goes to, it's a ground ball through the left side. We're going to stop the runner at second. David Peralta to the plate, 236. That's a grounder to third base. Manny Machado makes the play at third. And I should probably just make the out, but I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this. First and second, runner at third base, 205. Or runners at first and second. So 5-3 on the putout. So Manny charges a little slow roller. He makes a nice play to first. And that'll be out number 3. The Dodgers put up, we started here 1, 2, 3 more. So that's 9, 11, 19, 20 to 1 is our score. It's just ugly. Julio Urias still in the ball game. He's got a 19-run lead. We're going to see if he can finish this one out. And this will be a 915 off of Soto's card. 915 will be a base hit. It's a ground ball into right field. And a 002, that could be an error. Let's see, the right fielder is Thompson. His error is a 0. And he does make an error as he can't pick it up and it gets by him. That's going to be a single with a 1-base error on the right fielder. As the newly inserted Thompson gets tested and makes an error. So it's going to be Xander Bogaerts to the plate with a man in scoring position, nobody out. The control will go to Bogaerts. A 264 is a fly ball. That fly ball goes out to center field, no problem in center field for outman. That'll be out number 1. And you can check on any runner advancement. That's definitely a 0. 948 on to center field. 948 though, that's a deep fly ball, so he's going to take off for third base. We got to check it out. As Soto tries to go to third, he's a -3 running. Center fielder, he is a +1, so this is all going to be on Juan Soto, who's tagging up, trying to go. -3 is here. It's a 714, and he is going to be out as he tries to test the arm in center field. And Soto gets gunned down. That's going to be a double play, which will actually be a help to him. So we'll go 8-5. On the put out, that's out number 2. As Bogaerts flies out to center field, Soto tries to test the arm, and a great throw from the center fielder Outman gets Soto at third. Guess he didn't break the Cardinal rules, not the first or third out. But it's Nelson Cruz to the plate. He's got a single. He's 1 for 3. And Urias will have control of this at bat. 478 against a righty is a strikeout. So Juan Soto gets on with a leadoff single. He gets thrown out trying to advance to third base. And we head to the top of the 9th inning. Let's get one more pitcher in for the Padres. Let's go with Tom Cosgrove. Let's see if someone can stop these Dodgers. No one has yet. So Steven Wilson, he goes 1 inning, gives up 1, 2, 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. And we will say only one of those is earned. I think that's how we'll do it. He had 1 walk and no strikeouts. And he faced 8 batters. Oh. Oof, 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 oof. I don't even know if I had the score right. 1. So they scored 1, 2, 3. In this inning, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This inning, they had 1, 2. That's 2. This inning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 9, 17, 19, 21. No, 20. 11, 15, 21. We've got too many runs being given up. I'll have to figure that out later. That's not right. That's more than 21. Okay, so we have Chris Taylor leading off against Tom Cosgrove. Cosgrove, a lefty. He can go 4 batters as his stamina. So we get a, this is off Taylor's card, 674 against a lefty. Oh, a strikeout, finally. As Taylor has struck out 4 times in this game. The one weak link in this lineup. Trace Thompson to the plate, his second at bat. He singled and scored in his first at bat. This comes off of the pitcher card. It is a 760. That's going to be a double. The double is off the wall in center field as Trace Thompson. Maybe it's just the magic of hitting in the number 1 spot where Betts is. But it's rubbed off on him. He's got a single and a double. That spot in the lineup is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 6. With 3 home runs, 4 RBIs, a single and a double. It's good to hit number 1 in this Dodger lineup today. Freddie Freeman to the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup. So this is a 1-12 for Freeman. So 427. That comes off of Cosgrove. That'd be a line drive. And that liner goes to right field. The right fielder will make the play. It's Tatis. That's out number 2, actually. On our liner right with a man at second base. 665, so that's going to be in the red. So we're going to stay there. That's going to bring up the catcher, Austin Barnes. Barnes gets control, 282 against a lefty as a grounder. A ground ball goes to third base. Third base is Manny Machado. He sucks it up. And with a runner at second base, get a 476. That'll be a 5-3 put out. With 2 outs, that's going to end our inning as Manny makes a nice throw across the diamond. And the Dodgers strand a runner in scoring position for one of the few times in this game, Cosgrove. Nice job getting them out of it. And Julio Urias is going to go for the, well, it won't be a shutout, but go for the complete game here. He's facing off against Cronenworth, Ha-Seong Kim, and Austin Nola. Cronenworth 0 for 3. This is a 417. 417, a fly ball. Blah, blah, blah. A fly ball to 454. That's out to right field, and the catch is made in right by Thompson. That'll be out number 1. Chance for a big hit here from Ha-Seong Kim against a lefty. A 964. That's a home run shot. This will be hit down the line, and if it stays fair, it will be gone, and it is a home run. Ha-Seong Kim turns on one. Hammers it down the left field line. And that will be a solo home run. It's now 21-2. Padres on the warpath. A 999. This comes off of Nola. He needed all of that. It's a 990 to a 1000. Actually, 999 is going to be a triple. Look at that. So Austin Nola with the 999 triple off a left-hander. That is outfielders collide in left center field. And that's how he gets his triple. Outfielders run it into each other. In the outfield, Austin Nola takes advantage. He winds up at third base. And that'll bring up Trent Grisham. This one is actually a laugher. This will be a base hit from Grisham. A 1 is a blooper down the left field line. That's going to score this run. The Padres don't call it a comeback. They've scored 2 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Saving the best for last. 761 for Tatis will be another hit. This is a ground ball through the right side. No error on the play. Ground ball through the right side. That's going to be a base hit. Grisham runs at a 2, so a ground ball to right. He's going to go first to third on the single. Tatis is at first. Grisham is at third. And Manny Baseball is up. 384 is a line drive. .707. That's a liner to right field, caught by Trace Thompson. That's out number 2. And runners at first and third. It is a 0.76. It's my choice to send them or not. I'm going to go ahead and send them. Try to make the score respectable here. Third base is Trent Grisham. He is a +2. The arm in right field is a 0. So that's going to be on him to try to throw out Trent Grisham. 101 to 210. He'll be out at the plate. Oh, 229. Almost. Made the play a lot closer than anybody thought it was going to be. And that will be a sac fly. So RBI goes to Manny Machado on the sacrifice fly, and they've scored 3 runs. It's now 21-4 as Padres have put together a safety in the 4th inning to get within a couple of touchdowns of the Dodgers. Juan Soto to the plate. Soto is 1 for 3. No need to do that. So 590 against a lefty is a strikeout. Rare strikeout for Soto. And that will end our game. So the Padres put up 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning, including a solo home run from Ha-Seong Kim. Kim Ha-Seong in Korea. And this is going to be 9, 11, 17, 20, 20-4. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20-4 is our final score. Let me go back and do the totals for this one, as the Dodgers take game 3 by a couple of touchdowns. All right, and we're back with the totals. It is LA 20-4 over the Padres. They get 20 runs on 20 hits, 2 errors committed. For the Padres, it's 4 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors committed. Julio Urias goes the distance, 9 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs. He had 6 strikeouts and only 1 walk in 9 innings, so pretty good start there for Urias. You can see, I'm not even going to touch all this, but Musgrove goes only 3 1/3, gives up 6 earned runs, and that will be a loss for him. Urias gets the win. Big day for Mookie Betts, who had 3 home runs and 4 RBIs. His replacement went 2 for 2. Freddie Freeman with a home run, and that was a grand slam. He was 2 for 7. 2 for 6, sorry. Will Smith, 3 doubles and a single. A hit for the cycle comes from James Outman. Double in the first, home run in the 8-run fourth. A 2-run or a 3-run triple, and that came in the 7th, and then a single in the 8th for an RBI. He had 3, 6, 7 RBIs on the day, scored 3 runs, was on base 6 out of 7 times, and just a dominant day by this offense. The one dark spot here, 4 strikeouts for Chris Taylor, but he did mix in a home run and a couple of runs scored, so there's that part. Ha-Seong Kim with a home run late. The Manny Machado, a late sacrifice fly. We had an RBI single from Trent Grisham. They tried to mount a little bit of a comeback here in the 9th and wound up putting up 4 runs for the Padres, but disappointing series for San Diego as they get swept. So that's now getting swept in 6 games that I've played of precision baseball between these 2 teams. San Diego, not a great team, but probably not 20-4 bad. But LA's offense just is relentless, honestly. And all the high rolls here, just sometimes that happens, right? Where you just kind of get a run of high rolls. The developments in the game, if you didn't see the very first part of it, are if you want to do any strategies like bunting or hit and run, we have now a space for that. And then all the highlight plays are finished. So we didn't run into any of those, but we almost did a few times. But you can see that it's not going to happen very often. So you can just have those handy for when it does happen, and it'll be kind of special. But those highlight plays will come in on the first roll off either the pitcher or the hitter card. So if you roll a 3 of a kind, it's only about a 10 out of 1,000 chance. It's a 10 out of 1,000 chance, which is what was that? That's a 1% chance on every roll at the beginning of the at bat that it's going to happen. So it's not going to happen very often, and it's when you get some of these plays, it's only going to be like a 0.1% of 1%. So it's going to be a very rare instance in some of these plays, and others will be a little bit more common than that. But hopefully you give it a try. I uploaded something. I think I uploaded the highlight plays yesterday to the Facebook group. So if you want to try this game out and you're on Facebook, join the Facebook group for the Clark and Addison Gaming Company. Just go to Facebook, look in the group, search for Clark and Addison Gaming Company. You'll find us, answer a few questions because it's a private group. And then once you get in, you can download the files from the files section. So I have the highlight plays, I believe I just uploaded. I have this, it's a version of this pitcher stamina that you can use. This will be sort of the final version that gives a nice layout to play. And then you'll get all of the charts that you've been seeing me play with here. And you'll get, I believe it's 8 teams. So down through Cleveland, I think, starting A to Z, from Arizona all the way down to Cleveland, I think is what you'll get. So you get a kind of a mix. There's some playoff teams in there. There's some really bad teams like the White Sox that are in there as well. And then some teams just outside the playoffs, some teams kind of mediocre. So you'll get a pretty good mix of teams in there. And try those teams out. Play them. I'm looking for people to test the game and play 10 to 20 games or so. And just let me know, are things feeling out of whack? They feel okay. Obviously 20-4 is a huge score, but I've had, much closer games, 5-1, 4-1, that type of thing. And some of it kind of depends on how aggressive you are on the base paths and how good the team is. Obviously the Dodgers are one of the top 3 teams in all of baseball. So you're going to get a lot of guys. There's not many easy outs coming down through this lineup. Same thing with the Braves. But the Padres don't have a great pitching staff. They have a good pitching staff, but not a great pitching staff. And so their relievers were outclassed, I believe, by the starting lineup of the Dodgers. So kind of what happened in the regular season. So if you want to try that out, do that. If you are not on Facebook, but you still want to try the game, you can email me at clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com, and I will send you the files, and you can test those out. Really, I just want to have feedback. If you've tried the game already and you've been playing it, I would love to still have your feedback, even if it's early before you play 10 to 20 games. You played 5, 6, 7 games. Just kind of give me your initial thoughts. There may be something that sparks something in me that I can continue to work on. That way I don't have to wait 6 months for people to give some feedback on this. But I am playing myself. Obviously, I've played 6 games between these 2 teams, and I'll probably just pick another. I'll probably just pick another set of teams to play, and just to see how those games play out and how they go. And it's been good. It's been good to see how these teams step up against each other. There may be some changes I need to make based on some of the stats and things that I'm seeing here, but you won't know until you play it out. So the more people that can play it out and kind of show me what's going on, the quicker we can get to what might be like statistically even more accurate than it already is. I've had one guy look at who does a lot, Steve Etzel, who does a lot of sort of comparing or breaking down or reverse engineering some cards and dice games, and he's looked at it and said the math is solid as far as expected outcomes. He looked against the expected outcomes in the Stratomatic. You can do kind of like a player against player to see what the expected outcomes would be if you put this pitcher against this batter. And I'm within I don't know, 5. I mean, it's well, I can't put a percentage on it, but let's say the batting average expected was 202. I'm like 204, 201. So it's coming in pretty close to those expected. Because what happens is, based off of, because these are not 50-50 for everybody, they're weighted. So because they're weighted, all you're doing is seeing which player are you getting the advantage in the at bat. It's not a pitcher-hitter interaction per se. It's more like a 50-50 game, but it's weighted. So maybe we can call it a weighted 50-50 game, where it's weighted toward one player or the other based off of how good he is in particular areas of what I would consider to be the things that you need to control in a bat. So hits, I don't think I included hit. Strikeouts, for pitchers it's FIP, walks, home runs, and hit by pitch factors in there, I believe. But there's a few different factors that are built into this number here to determine like how good are they against each handedness. And then the same for the batters, and most of the same types of things come into play for the batters as well. So if you're good at avoiding strikeouts, if you're good at getting walks, if you're good at getting hit by pitch, all of those things are contributing factors toward getting on base. Getting on base makes you a better hitter and gives you some advantage. If you're getting on base a lot, you're probably a better hitter, right? That's kind of how things work. So, and then home runs, I don't remember if they factor in. I think they factor in for batters as well, but I'd have to go back and look specifically at. I always forget which of those things are. Maybe I can do kind of a statistical breakdown just to show like what I'm using for each of these different values here to determine who is going to get the control of the at bat. So when you put those things together, you get sort of a strength versus strength. Are they even strength, the batter and the pitcher? Is the pitcher significantly better or stronger in the at bat? Should he have a significant advantage? Justin Verlander against a backup shortstop should probably have an advantage, and quite a good advantage in the at bat. And so I want to try to reflect that. And if he gets the advantage, then if the results come off of Justin Verlander's card, his statistics are more likely to wind up closer to where he is than where the batters are. So it's really more of a like which one of these players we're gonna kind of work off of his statistics and just trying to get to which one of those should have the majority of the time off of their card, or are they even strength as far as the type of pitchers or batters they are, kind of middle of the road guys. And if they're even strength, then it should be kind of a toss up as to whose statistics you go off of. So that's kind of how the whole thing is built. And then we have a lot of like different extras and things like that are being built into the game. So go ahead and try it out. Again, email me if you are not on Facebook or you don't want to join the Facebook group. That's the best place to go to find out different things. I've occasionally asked questions or do polls. I'll always post new sales there first. Sometimes videos that I do are only posted there. So if you haven't subscribed here, then that might be the only place where you could go to get like regular updates on new videos that I post. Occasionally I'll post other videos. I'll post videos to other forum or other groups on Facebook. Really, I only have 2 or 3 that I'm actively engaged in. Those seem to be the only groups that are interested in the games that I'm doing. But I do keep up with the entire industry, so I kind of am part of everything, and you'll see me chime in sometimes. But yeah, this is the game. It's coming. It is doing well, and it's out there where you can play it. So I know I kind of teased it for a long time, but you actually have some demo teams out there that you can play right now and check it all out. All right. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And the advantage of subscribers is that you will get notifications whenever I post a new video. You won't have to come and wonder, have I posted something new? It'll be put into your subscriptions and probably into your feed. And you'll be able to see those things pop up if you're on YouTube on a regular basis. And I do usually several games a week if I can, especially now that I'm in the testing phase for this one. But I've thought I need to kind of get a few more of my games out there. Now that we have more subscribers than we've had in the past, maybe you can see some of the other games that we have. If you go to clarkandaddisongaming.com, then you can see all the games that we have in production. So Out of the Park Baseball, I say that all the time. On Base Baseball, Quick Play Baseball, those are 2 big baseball games for me. Play Action Football and No Huddle Football are 2 football games, NFL football games that you can do, that you can purchase. And Up Tempo Basketball is sort of a quick to medium play basketball game that I've created that is it's really super fun. And now that we're in the playoffs, you can kind of feel basketball in the air. But there's lots of stuff from the 70s, 80s, 90s, a little bit from the 2000s, and then I've made a commitment to kind of do every season that's just ended. So I'll be working on that this summer. But 2021 and 22 I have. So if you like sort of modern day stars, you can play with them as well. You'll get every team, 10 players per team, and then basically the main stats that you're keeping are total team score, turnovers, and then player points. So it'll divvy up the player points for you if you use the player finder. Otherwise, you can do it by team and play a really quick game in probably 15 or 20 minutes. You can play a full play-by-play basketball game for the NBA. So it provides a couple of different game modes for you to do that in. So lots of stuff out there to try. I've got free downloads on the website that you can usually demo most of the games and get free teams to play and try out the game and see how it fits you. Look through some of the videos here. You'll be able to see all of the things, either experiments I'm working on, or you can see games as works in progress. Some of them are final games. There's a tutorial series for play action football, so you can get a really good sense of how to play the game and what the game is all about, as well as some, I think there's at least one full game video of me playing. You can play a full game play by play in less than 2 hours and still come out with individual stats in that game. So that's really a cool thing. Most maybe quick decks football you can do that with, but there aren't too many play by play every single play football games where you can make choices like which plays to run and that kind of stuff that you can play in 2 hours or less. So that's one of just a couple probably that are on the market that you can do that with. So go ahead and check that out. I have the 85 season, 2007 season, and 2022 season. So, or 2023, the one that just finished. 22, 23, however you want to say it. I think they call it the 2022 season. In basketball, it's the year it finishes. In football, I think it's the year it starts, I believe that's correct. So you can play the last football season that's been played, and you can also have one of those classic seasons at this point. So I'll be working on more of that as well. Hopefully I can get this game finished and ready to roll by this summer, and then begin kind of shifting my focus as training camp begins, and maybe put out another classic season for play action football. I'm also working on 1991. Is it 91? 1990, 91 for play action football, and trying to build in kind of a quicker quick play game into it. The original no huddle game, if you remember that. But trying to just kind of play around with some things to see if we can work in a quicker version of that, as well as putting more players onto the page, the team page. So not just a 1 to 6 roll, but a 1 to 10 roll. That gives you quite a bit more. You could just have more people involved in the statistics than just the top 4, 5, 6 for each category. And then we'll have every single player on the roster available for things like penalties and stuff like that. And you'll know who the starters were, at least on offense and defense. So I'm just making some changes to the cards, and we'll see how that goes in the future. All right. Again, if you like this video, you like what I'm doing, just give it a thumbs up. It's a super easy way for you to participate and to let Google know that this is content that you enjoyed. Hopefully you enjoy the game. I know this is kind of a crap game, 20-4, but it showed some different things, and it shows the range of the game, that some games can be good, some games can be blowouts. I've had 11-9 before, and 3-1, 3-2, 4-1. So I've had some low scoring games. Obviously, not every, the quality of the teams are showing through because not everybody scored 20 runs. So it's not just, oh, well, the game is hot. I mean, the game is hot because the Dodgers are hot. That's why the game is hot for them. But the Braves got dealt with by the Cubs, and they were not. They're two good teams, and they played games that were close enough. So go check it out, and I'm excited about it. I haven't got tired of playing. It's a lot of roles. It's a lot of doing things, but I haven't gotten tired of it yet. And so hopefully you'll try it out too, and it'll become your new favorite baseball game. We'll see. You won't know till you try it, so just give it a try and see. Don't turn your nose up at all the roles before you get into it. It's not quite as daunting or overwhelming as it seems. All right, I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.